Hi everybody, welcome to Ayla's World. It is May 23rd, 2011, 7 o'clock in the evening. I went to church this Sunday and I took some notes down and I wanted to share that with you real quick. Alright. We were talking about anything that if it has to do with you have to forgive somebody or you have to forgive yourself. Any issues like family problems, anything you try running from, generally like stress issue, any kind of issue. So this is what I gathered. First you get discouraged, then you get depressed, and then you feel defeated, and whatever you run from you'll meet. When you give up, you gave your mind and heart to the enemy, and you've made yourself a prisoner. Never give up, because God has given us the strength to overcome any obstacle. God promised that He'd be there, not that it would be easy. And that just brings me to start thinking, like, why are we even here? There's so many answers, but for now, my answer is to better ourselves. And how can we better ourselves if we never go through anything? I consider that every stressful time, every, tough time is a chance to grow, not only in my faith, but spiritually and emotionally, God put me here to make a difference, whether it be in one person's life or 30, God has a purpose for me. But how can I fulfill that purpose if I don't try to make myself better? God said we were made in the image of Him, but the world turns us, changes us away from, turns our back, helps us, gives us a way to turn our back on God. And I think the rest of our lives, we all have to try and find Him again. And it's funny because then you find that He never really left. You're the one who did. So, but conclusion, that we're here to make a difference. We're here to be a light in the dark. We're here to change the hearts of people who are bitter. We're here to bring a smile to to faces of people who don't know what happiness is. And we're here to show how great God is. And I am so far from being where I'm supposed to be, but I have the rest of my life to get there. And whether my life ends tomorrow or it ends in 80 years from now, I know what my purpose is. And even though it's not specific, like to be, a cop or something, I know generally that I need to be a good person, and I need to inspire, and I need to help. I need to be a shoulder to cry on, be someone to talk to hold my friends accountable, just to be a good person and show people that someone who follows God, to show them how God can rule in my life, whether I go through bad times or good times. I heard a story on Sunday. It was a beautiful story. So there was two pastors, one younger pastor and an older pastor, and they were on their way to California. They were driving a long trip, and they just left in time to make it to the conference in time, because both of them were supposed to speak. And on their way, the car starts making a squealing noise, and the younger pastor starts thinking, "Great, God, we're doing this for you. This is what you do. We're trying to get there to speak for you. And look at where we are now. Why did you have to let the car break down?" And then the older pastor pulls over and says, "Let's pray." And he says, "I consider these moments as an opportunity to have my faith proven, to prove my faith in God. So let's pray and thank God for getting us this far. And I have faith that He'll get us the rest of the way." And right after they prayed, they started driving, and the squealing noise went away, and they made it fine. But I think that's a beautiful way of looking at it, that every bad situation is just an opportunity to grow in your faith and and it's an opportunity to grow in strength, to get your strength. Because I was thinking about it like this: when I was younger and I fell and scraped my knee, I cried I thought it was the end of the world, and now if I scrape my knee, I just get up and act like nothing happened. But it took me a couple times to scrape my knee to get here. And I think it's the same thing when it comes to faith and strength and personal endurance. And so I hope this meant something to somebody, and I hope it made sense. Thank you for listening, and God bless.